Hey everybody, how's it going? Today is December 4th, 2025. It's a Thursday. You know what that means? Monster Strike news. And of course, I am on break right now and I am back at my parents' place for a little bit. So you're going to see a little bit of a different background and a different angle. And the mic is the same, but the lighting and everything is a little bit different in my old room. So hopefully it's still okay. Let me know if you hear anything really off, or like, the sound is really off, or I don't know, the camera angle is really bad. Just let me know and we'll try and figure things out in the next few days. But anyways, let's get going. 10th, of course, will be Monster Strike Day as usual, and we are getting a little bit something special for the month of December. It's not too exciting, but for those of you who care, you all will be able to exchange for 2 extra seal balls for each Monster Strike Monster Strike Day exchange session. So you can get 6 extra seal balls. If you want to finish off your sticker collection, which should be getting close to finishing off, right? Like, I'm pretty happy as it is now since I did get Lorelei, but for those of you who want to comp that, got a little bit more to go, I think. You can also pick up a Tokudama for the current Alpha event, as well as 2 Insta Transcend Sharls and a Super Level Scroll. And if you have 3 or more Lucky Monsters, you can pick up 10k Soul Points, which people really need. And we have a new Gouzetsu coming. It's going to be Nopita here in the water element. Her debut will be next week on the 12th of February. And then we are getting a new Guardian Beast. We've got Hachi Kazuki Hime here well, let's see what she does, because that's what's most important, right? We've got basically somebody that will bestow regen on your friendly monsters. 650 HP per turn on level 1, and it goes up to 3000 HP per turn on level 10. Requirements here, not too bad. Requires 20 wall hits in total, and if you get that, you can utilize this ability. And her debut will be next week on the 11th of December. And of course, I'm sure you haven't missed the fact that the Christmas Alpha Gacha is active right now. We got Jack the Ripper, Pascal, and Jackie as your 3 monsters here. Hopefully you've had your fun. The events are also active and will be active until the 14th. So don't miss out on the 10th Monster Strike Day, right? Because that's your only chance to get these done quick, which I am waiting for, to be honest. But of course, it doesn't stop there. We are, of course, getting a Alpha Chokyu Kyoku event. We've got Saint Amore here. Well, I mean, it's just gonna be a farmable, limited time quest. So make sure you don't miss out on that. Should be nice, right? I think it's a Memento Mori in the Christmas form, right? So I think that should be a fun little event there. And hey, look at that, we've got version 31.2 coming already. It's not super exciting, but there is a theme, and that theme, I think, is Shin Jushinka materials. We are getting an update in the luck exchange store, and that will allow us to pick up 100 Shin Jushinka materials for 200 luck. Now, you can only do this once per month, but I think that's a great opportunity to pick up some more materials, so don't miss out on that. There are also going to be some permanent discounts. So like the temple tickets will now be only 100 versus 300 luck. The divine Sharl is only going to be 50. And a lot of things just get cut down the board. So the amount of luck you need to spend to get certain materials has been reduced significantly. And these permanent discounts are, like I said, permanent. It'll just be cheaper going forward after the update hits. And then, speaking of luck exchange, if you happen to be short on materials, the game will now ask you if you want to exchange your luck for those materials instead. So you can just do that directly, and instead of going to the quest to farm that, if you just are happy with spending luck, then that's also going to be a viable method going forward and streamlined in the game's UI. And then I think a decent Wakuwaku Bank update. I have not been utilizing this at all, but apparently when selecting new able berries, you'll now be able to deposit old berries that your monster had already in the beginning and put those in the bank now as well. So I'm assuming you couldn't like it was only the ones that you farmed that you were able to deposit into the bank, but now it looks like you are able to push out old berries into the bank, which I think is a little bit more helpful. Um, but still, I still feel like this whole bank thing is just at least not something I mean, I've never farmed able berries very hard, so for the people who do, I'm sure it's very very useful. But I'll have to watch Shiro's video and see if he's actually excited about that or not. Web store update. Again, if you have been using the web store to purchase your orbs, which is not a bad idea, right? It gives you extra orbs compared to what you get in app, and whenever you spend money, you also get points for them, and those points can be exchanged for goods, like you can see on here. And the new one that they're adding here is 500 Shin Jushinka gems for 250 points. Now, don't I do not recall off the top of my head what the point to dollar or sorry yen conversion is, but if you're regularly spending money, you're probably able to hit 250 pretty easily, because the other rewards that you got, like 50 orbs, the super scroll set, or the ableberry scroll set, those were also one time only, but they are refreshing the latter three that I just talked about. If you purchase those through the web store again with your points, you can now do that again. They will be refreshed after the maintenance hits, which of course means you might want to keep an eye on when when you do the Shinjushika materials, because being able to get 500 in one drop is no joke. But again, this will come with the 31.2 update. And there's a few small things here and there, but I think the biggest small update that they had on the website is the fact that they're going to reorder the events. And right now it's pretty bad, in my honest opinion, that the current event quests, once you clear them, they get dropped to like the bottom third of the screen. They really need to be stickied on the top. So I think that's what they're going to do with the next 31.2 update. So that's going to be a huge update, in my honest opinion, probably the best out of all of these you see. But we'll have to see when that drops. It only had like a one-liner text, but I was like, oh my god, that's pretty huge. That's the one thing that I actually have an active complaint about in the current UI. So, anyways, anime, code number 7. We've got Tatakai as the keyword for the last episode. Make sure you go into the app or sorry, not into the app, to the web store, and place that value in so that you can get 10 copies of Oragon and Yakumo, which is a great pair. Speaking of the anime, we are getting a crossover where the Deadverse Reloaded, protagonist Jugemu will be joining the game. He is our new Gekki Jushin Sai exclusive character, and well, let's take a look at him and see if you want to go chase after him. Jugemu is a light element, and he will be debuting on the 6th of February. December, and that is right around the corner. It's not going to be that long before you can start gachaing for him, and well, let's see if he's worth gachaing for. We got Jugemu in his first form, immortal form, Fumetsu no Otoko here, and he is a bounced demi-human power with super anti-warp, super mind, super no damage heal, and super strike shot turn axle on the gauge, anti-block, anti-speed down panel, and a first super inner strength L. Strike shot is increasing the power based on the number of unique walls hit, and then bashing the first enemy he hits, and then kicking them up for some static damage. Do note that this requires a pretty open field to maximize his damage, but if you can, I'm sure it's going to be very, very strong. He does have Spinning Blade and Bubbly Gift as his bump combos as well. And then his second form is the Dead End Breaker form, and he is a Pierce in this form, and Balance type, which of course people love. Super Anti-Gravity Barriers, Anti-Damage Wall, Super Mind Super, and Defense Changer Killer L. Right, any monster that does affect defense will be affected by this killer. And on the gauge we got Anti-Block and Strike Shot Turn Charge M. Strike Shot speed power up, and enemies turn into accelerator mode when you hit their weak point, and then you will also deal extra damage to said weak points as well. For his bump combos, he has the all-powerful Cross Spiral Ray and Chosetsu Strike Shot reducer shot. And then, of course, this is all coming from the anime. So they dropped some nice bombs here where we've got Masamune's MV form, Kirinji's MV form, and Neo's MV form, which we've seen, they dropped that out of nowhere because just feel like we can do it, so we're going to do it. Right? So these 3 MV forms will also be available in the Gekki Jushin side gacha. I told you they'd find ways to try and tease you to steal your orbs before the New Year's. This is just another way to do that. And well, it's actually pretty interesting, right? Like having an alternate form, right, will prevent that monster from getting affected by that infectious mist, right? Because if they have a unique ID number, they're considered different monsters and won't get affected by that. So pretty awesome. But again, make sure you watch your orb wallet because there's gonna be a lot more coming to tease, to make you loosen your wallet. So be careful, friends, be careful. Of course, you can use the discount ticket, which allows you to do a temple for 40 orbs rather than 50. So up to you where you want to pull on it. Now, for those of you who want to get ahead of the game, the web store will have an exclusive pack available where you can purchase this gacha. You can do 3 temples, cost 7,800 yen. You can figure out the math on on how the orbs are worth it or not. And you can start pulling this once it's midnight. February. It's not. Why do I keep saying February? December 6th, midnight, Japan time. You can pull this 12 hours before the actual gacha begins. I don't know what the heck, but on top of that, there's no limit. So you can keep paying 7,800 yen for 3 temples. Now, I do not know. Maybe I can look at the web store real quick to see how much does it cost to do a temple. Let's see, because you can get 190 for 10,000 yen. You can get 86 orbs for 4,900 yen. Actually, 4,090 yen gets actually 131 orbs. Interesting. Interesting indeed. I don't know. Up to you to decide if you spend money, if it's worth it or not. I don't have to worry about it, thank God. So, anyways, it is up to you, and if you want to pull early, you can. And as always, when we have a new exclusive, you can purchase alternate Strike Shot voices from the store, from the Lux store on Monster Strike Day. This will be available on all December Monster Strike days to pick up an alternate set for Jugen. And then we'll wrap up with our Kais for the week. First, we got Elizabeth the First. Pierce Demi-Hume Super Balance with Super Anti-Damage Wall, Anti-Transport Wall, Anti-Speed Down Wall, and Shield Breaker. Connect Skill, Super Anti-Wind, Deity Fiend Killer L, and Status Effect Recovery. Requirements, 2 or more non-Demi-Humes or 2 or more non-balances. Strike Shot, Damage Wall, Gravity Barrier, Warp, Spines, Nulled. And bumps, we've got Chozutsu Mid-Range Spread 5 with the White Blast EL. And then we have a Shin Jushinka monster already. We've got Cait Sith as our next Shin Jushinka monster, and he is a Bounce Sprite Super Balance with 8 abilities. I had to really get this small. I apologize if this is really tiny for you on YouTube. But I really had no other way to do it. Anti-Gravity Barrier, Super Anti-Damage Wall, Counter Killer, and Bump Combo Boost on the main. And then Anti-Block, Anti-Magic Circle, Super Inner Strength, Super Strike Shot Turn Reducer on the gauge. Shot skill, the shot skill, remember, is something that Cait Sith himself will take advantage of, and whenever he picks up a Sand Timer item, his defense increases by 25%. For the assist skill, which applies to any friendly monsters that are not Shin Jushinka levels, they will get a 20% attack boost when the current HP is under 50%. For the Strike Shot, he will spend HP and power up, and just like we saw with Elizabeth, he will do the 4 ability null bonus. And for the Bump combo, we've got Bakuzetsu Homing 6 and Bakuzetsu Blast. And that is it. Here, let's take a look at the calendar here. Obviously, the Gekki Jushin Sai here featuring Jugemu is going to be the tease here, and it is up to you if you want to purchase the pack early and gacha early. But other than that, we've got the Alpha Gacha, which should be coming out tomorrow for me. I will take that video right after this, and then we'll see how that gacha goes. Hopefully well. But I'm not going to go too hard because obviously that Gekki Jushin Sai is pretty tempting. So we'll see. And actually it's interesting. Me, because I do have my Hoshidama set up for maybe I will wait until the Gekki Jushin Sai and decide when I want to use my Hoshidama. I'll probably do that actually. So maybe no gacha video tomorrow. So just hold on tight for that. And you can use that. Hopefully make that your decision too. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else too interesting. So next news, same time as usual. You're gonna see this same backdrop, and let me know if anything is really weird. Hopefully I was able to recreate the environment good enough. And here are your lucky monsters for the next week. Hopefully you got at least 3 to maximize your rewards. And that is it for me today. Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, do consider hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. ENG Monst on Twitter/X has all of these news slides available. And the other place you can find them, the Discord channel. Link to the server is in the description below. That's it for me today. Thank you for watching, and until next time. Bye-bye.